Hi, welcome to Analytics for All. This lesson will be lesson 4 of our Python for Data Science course. In this lesson, we're going to cover printing with the dot format. This will be the last of the basic printing stuff. We're going to go into some more advanced data structures next, but let's get this last one out of the way. This will be a pretty quick lesson. Hey, as with all my lessons, I've got a full write-up here on my analyticsforall.org website. I'll put a link for this website down in the description here. One cool thing I wanted to show you real quick I added is you'll find on my Python lessons as I'm putting them out, you'll find try your code in our online Python console. You can just click this button. It'll open up a new tab for you, and you actually have an active console here, so you can run it. I've got a hello world here. You can run it as a console. You could run it in the console like this, so you could actually operate Python. So if you don't want to install Python on your laptop, or if you just happen to be working with something that doesn't have Python installed, working on a Chromebook or your phone, you can try out some of the Python scripts here right inside the website. And again, you'll find it when you're on our website. So look for the blue arrow. It'll be start adding this to all my pages that have Python in there. Okay. All right. So for this one, really fast, we're just going to go into the Jupyter Notebook here, and what we're focusing on is this new printing thing called format. I showed you before in the earlier lesson we learned how to print variables with using the D for numbers, or using the S for string. This is just another way of printing things in variables or that kind of stuff. So let's look at this. So we start the code is pretty syntax is pretty simple. It's still a print statement. Notice everything is within the print parentheses here. Okay, don't it gets a little long, but so in here I've got a string. This is how curly brace, curly brace. These are curly braces. If you're used to like Java or something, you've probably used these a lot. But they're right up here. And notice I've got a curly brace here and a curly brace here. Then after my string, I have a dot format, because this is the actual command we're working with. Dot format, adding a method. And we'll get into methods and all this stuff later in the course. But right now, just call it's a method. So don't have to worry about what a method is yet. Just know that's the name of it. And inside the parentheses, I've got two strings, u and print. Okay? So when I look at this, I've got two brackets and I've got two strings inside the parentheses. So what do you think is going to happen when I go to hit run here? When I go to run this, I get this is how you use print format. So it puts the U in the first, and it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so the next one I want to show you, you can also do it by a numbering game. I don't know why you would do this, but you can. So I've got this print last name, I've got my curly braces, I got a 2 inside there. First name I got 0, middle name I got 1. I want you to remember in Python, Python indexes at 0. So all lists start at 0. We don't start at 1. So if you have a list of 3 items, they will be numbered 0, 1, and 2. That's just how Python. Other things, other programming languages start indexing at 1. Python indexes at 0. So last name 2, first name 0, middle name 1. So what you got here is you got my name here in the format, Benjamin J. Larson, in normal order. But I want the last name first, so that's 2. So that's actually, so it's 0, 1, 2. So it'd be Larson. First name 0, first one there. And middle initial 1, so that's 0, 1. Okay, so when I run this, it should come out correctly. Last name Larson, first name Benjamin, middle initial J. Okay. That was the numbers. Now we can also do it as a dictionary type thing. So we can give it labels. So now we've got name in the brackets works as a blank job. And I've got Sally, and notice I've got inside the format brackets, I've got name equals Sally and job equals sales rep. So we run this, it does the same thing. It fills in Sally, jumps in name, sales rep jumps in job. Finally, we're just going to try it actually using variables. So now we've got 2 inputs from the last lesson we took, where it's going to ask me to input my name, going to ask me to input my job, and it's going to print this. Okay, my name is Bob, my job is okay. So let's run this, and it'll ask my name, Ben, my job, data scientist, enter, And my name is Ben, and my job is data scientist. Uh, Not good English, but sorry. But again, notice I just used variables inside the format. So that's all this really is. It's a pretty simple thing. And this is, like I said, it's the last of our kind of intro to printing type stuff. We'll get into some more interesting data-driven stuff next. And again, really quick, just to show you, watch this. I can just copy this code right here, and I can go over to our Python shell. Now, it's here in here. Notice I'm still in the shell. Just hit the edit. It brings you right back to the main, so you can type in some code. And we're going to put this back to a run console, back to edit. So here again, name, and we just hit run. It'll come up. What's your name? Ben, data scientist. Enter. My name is Ben. My job is data scientist. So again, if you don't have Python installed, if you're on a mobile device, you want to play with it, you can go ahead and work with this too. And again, just hit edit to go back and look at your code. All right. Again, this is Ben Larson, analyticsforall.org. I'll put the link down in the description. Come visit my site. If you like this, click like, hit subscribe. Go ahead, give me any notes, anything you'd want me to work on going forward. And like I said, the next lesson is going to be on lists and dictionaries. So we're going to start to get into data structures. So we're going to get more complex as we go on because this is what we want to do. We want to work on data. All right. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.